What's the odds matching tool? What are custom filters? And what are some really useful tips and tricks to know for the odds matcher? Hey guys, Mr. BetSmart here, and welcome to another YouTube video where we talk about instructional guides and explanation videos on how to do the basics of match betting. So, the odds matching tool, a must-have in match betting from Profit Accumulator. So, without further ado, let's dive into the monitors. So, what is the odds matching tool? Well, the odds matching tool is basically a place where we can compare all the odds for all the markets across all the bookmakers and all of the exchanges. Now, this is what we use to get the lowest qualifying losses and the highest returns on free bets. So, for example, we can see all the bookmakers here. So we've got 10bet, 12bet, 19bet, etc., all the way down for everything. There's a clear all button that can get rid of them all if you just want to get one. For example, Virgin Bet, you can apply that and it will show only Virgin Bet. We can also do this for exchanges. So say we want to look at a specific exchange, let's say what best lay odds are currently on Smarkets. We can just look at the best lay odds on Smarkets to see what bookmaker that will be on. So for example here with this ARB of 11 to 9.6. So that in essence is what the odds matching tool is. It compares all the odds between all the bookies and the exchanges for lots of different sports, markets and odds. So we can see we've got all these sports here, we've got all these different markets, and we can put in minimum or maximum odds, and we can also see the availability. So the availability is the amount of liquidity there is of that certain market on the exchange. So for example, for this horse here, on the market to lay at 9.6, there's currently £5 available in liquidity. So if you had a £10 free bet and you were trying to lay that, there would not be enough liquidity for you to lay that bet because you need considerably more than £5 liquidity for your lay stake. So just a few helpful things that you can gain information from the odds matching tool. So what are the custom filters feature of the odds matching tool? Well, the custom filter basically is where you can put in certain things that you might be searching for quite regularly, and you can have it as a custom filter over here in this little drop down. Now, what they already have here is lots of filters that are really useful for the sign-up offers. So say you were doing the Betfred sign-up offer, you could whack this on and it would put in all the filters straight away for the qualifying bets, and then you could also do that for the free bets, and it would whip up the best free bet odds and exchange. You can do this for other ones such as William Hill qualifying bets, and we can see there we've got a 98.9% rating, William Hill free bets, and we can see we've got 79% rating at the moment. I'm currently filming this at Sunday at 10 PM, so there's not very good stake not returned odds, so that's the reason for that at the moment. If I was filming this Friday at 10 PM, there'd probably be a lot better odds because there's so much more sport on the weekends. So the custom filter option is basically something that you can use this save button to essentially save something of a custom filter that you're using quite regularly. So I've got one for the board draw offer. The board draw offer is basically a Bet 365 offer where if you bet on the correct score or the half-time, full-time market and the score of the game ends 0-0, you essentially get your stake back as cash. So this means if we bet on a correct score with a £0 qualifying loss, say 2-1, if you can back and lay at the same odds, it basically means that if a 0-0 occurs, you'll get your stake back as profit. So I use this board draw filter here, and at the moment the highest is 95%, and I usually only go for 98% plus to 100% for these ones. So if we then wanted to put in the board draw custom filter, all we'd have to do is put football as our sport. We'd have to do correct score and half-time, full-time as our markets, and Bet 365 as our bookmaker, and click the save button, type in board draw, click save, and then it will be saved for you right at the bottom under board draw, and then you can see that without having to put those filters in manually. It's going to be automatically set up for you. Other ways this could be useful is, say if you're doing a really regular reload offer, let's say like the Novibet greater than 1.7 offer that sometimes they do for pre-matches. you could change the minimum odds there to 1.7, put in the bookmaker and save that, and it'll regularly be there for you if you use it quite often. So it's a nice little feature of the custom filters. What are some good tips and tricks as well for the odds matching tool? There's a couple really cool tips and tricks. One thing is obviously that I've mentioned in a previous video is the integrated odds matching tool. This is where basically this button here is going to link you to this window here where you can essentially lay bets straight away from the odds matching tool, never even having to go into your exchange, which basically is really nice because it means you just don't have to have different windows up at the same time, and it has all the calculators ready to go and you can lay your bets straight from here. That's a really nice little feature. You can do that for Smarkets, and you can also do that for Betfair with this little button here, and you can do that when you link your accounts. And here we go, I can now lay on Betfair as well. So I can lay on Betfair or I can lay on Smarkets. If you check out my first video on exchanges, you can get 0% commission on Smarkets at the same time as setting up this odds matching integrated tool. So that's one little really good tip and trick for the odds matching tool, is the integrated lay feature. Another really good feature is these buttons here on the bookies and on the exchanges. Let's say you wanted to lay a bet on the exchange, but the availability wasn't there here, but you wanted to see if it would tick through with queued back bets. So if you wanted to get the market up on the exchange, then you could click this button here and it would take you straight to the market. That is just so cool. It's taken straight to the market and you can do your lay straight away, see if it will tick through, done. You can also do the same thing on the bookie as well. So if I click spread X here, it's now taking me straight to the horse race. So you can put your back on straight away, you can put your lay on straight away, and you're sorted. It's a really nice little feature that you can use to get to markets quicker, be more efficient, jump on odds while they're really good, and yeah, not have to fiddle around with going through all of the different markets on the bookie and trying to find the race. It's just a really nifty, quick way of doing it. One final really good tip and trick for the odds matching tool is the search bar. The search bar is really useful if you're looking for specific things and specific events. Let's say we are doing one of the Paddy Power offers where they offer a second, third, fourth refund as a free bet. If we put on Paddy Power, and if we say we want, let's find a horse race. So let's say the 250 Warwick tomorrow. So let's say, this is just hypothetical, the 250 Warwick tomorrow is the race that has the second, third, fourth offer. What we can do is actually put in 250, the time 250 into the search bar, click enter, and what it will do is it will bring up everything that matches that typed in time of the horse race. So if I put in 250, it's now brought up 250 Warwick races. So what we can do is we can see what the closest odds are for this particular race that has this second, third, fourth offer. So 3.5, 3.65 is a decent back and lay, where you're only taking a 4% qualifying loss to try and get this £10 free bet. So on a £10 bet, that would be around 40p for a potential £8 profit if the horse came second, third or fourth, which is relatively likely. So those are some tips and tricks. One more tip and trick that you need to know for the odds matching tool is the calculator. So the calculator is basically your way of working out everything you need to know for the bet. So the back, the lay, the commission, it takes it all into account and shows you very nicely what the outcomes will be. So if you had, let's say 2% commission, then it would change it to the right lay stake. If you had 5% commission, it was on Betfair, you'd have that commission put in here as well. You'd have your liability, you'd have your back stake that it recommends, the date and time, what you need to bet on, the market, the rating, the amount of liquidity available, and also it has the nifty links as well here in the calculator that you can go straight to the races on, and for the exchange you can go straight to the exchange as well through those links. It's the same that was on the Oddsmatcher before, and you can see exactly what your outcomes would be. So if the bookmaker wins here, I'll make £25 on the bookie, I'll lose £25.41, and I'll have a 41p loss there. But if the bookie ends up losing, I'll make a £10 loss £9.59 profit on the exchange, and I'll make a 41p loss. So no matter what, I'm making a 41p loss, exactly what we want. So a 41p loss to then basically qualify for a potential £10 free bet from the example reload offer that I talked about. What you can also do on the odds matching tool is limit the time that you want to see certain events. So let's say we were looking at potentially 2-ups. So if we put in Bet365 2-up as a filter, that's another couple really useful filters. The Bet365 and Paddy Power 2-up filter are straight on the custom filters at the bottom. And if we say didn't want anything that was longer than 3 days away, we can put this in, click the tick box, and we can see everything that are within a 3-day date. So Burnley Fulham game at a 98.64% rating, which is pretty good. Celtic Aberdeen, etc. So yeah, that's essentially how you can look at date searching on the odds matching tool. What you can also do is flick this SNR switch, which will just essentially look for high odds for your bets. And if you get higher odds, that basically means you're going to get a higher return on your free bets. So we use that switch for whenever we're doing free bets. So for example, if we had a £10 free bet on Bet365, we could put it onto Armenia Bielefeld, get the calculator up, flick this to stake not return mode, and with a back of £10 of a free bet and with a lay of £8.70, we'd make £8.60 or £8.70 profit here. So yeah, that's all the information you need to know about the odds matching tool. We've got what the odds matching tool is, the custom filters feature, and some tips and tricks that you need to know when using the odds matching tool. And there we have it. That is the odds matching tool. I hope that helps some of you beginners learn what the basics are, how you can get really good free bet returns, and also get low qualifying losses, and also a few nifty tips and tricks that you can use to make your match betting more efficient. Now, take the edge off those bookies by smashing the like button so other people can see this content and make profits of their own. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.